Can this game handle the beast? MVP, devs can't compete. Game changer, code breaks, delete. It's the beast 100 OP. Yeah.
What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are heading back to New Jerusalem. So this is the second time we're back at New Jerusalem. Today we're looking to try and get the Good Citizen achievement. It's exploring the entirety of the city. I tried to do that in the first one, not knowing about the achievement, but apparently you couldn't do it in the first one. That's all I know. So we're going to explore New Jerusalem again and see if we can get this achievement. Right, here we go. So in the last episode we completed the second part of the mega structure and we done the flooded valley as well, so it's fully completed, as I believe we can at the moment.
The world is full of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human. To understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the founder's trials, and you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
Sorry about that. Okay. Right, here we are. We're back in the city. It's looking a lot grim. Grimmer than last time. Okay. Jam playing the tunes. Okay, so see, that's where our task is leading us. The achievement is to explore, so we need to have a little look around. I can only assume there's some new bits to see. It's not that way. Okay, so we're going to go left first.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers.
Yes, we have. Okay, so this might be something to do with it. I don't think this was here last time.
Is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts, and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember.
Alamekos. Okay. Bit.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves. When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place, where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
Can't click on this one. Wonder if you have to come back to do that. Right, what's around here? Nothing. Oh, actually not stuck. No. Right. So that, I think, is new. Keep going around left. See if there is anything new. Falling off the edge. Right. So this was here. This was all here before. We did look at these before, but let's explore in its entirety. So we're not taking any chances on this one. Okay, we know there's nothing there. Is this new? This might be new. Sanitary hardware. It's a toilet. And I don't know what that is. Oh, a massage aid. Okay. Okay. I think we came here before. Yeah, we did. On that. Okay. So we know there's nothing in them areas. Keep going around. Pretty stuck here now. Okay, that's... Okay, maybe we'll go over there. Scaffolding over here. Might be something. This definitely was not here before. Maybe it was actually. It's just built higher. there's anything here. No, there's nothing there. Okay, so on this side. Okay, so yeah, that's all just empty space. Let's head across here. We'll deal with the more central areas soon. I just want to do the exterior areas first. It's just like weird part of the wall, okay. Back round this way. Yeah, this is sort of on the outskirts. So what's here? Nothing. Nothing. Alright, oh, what's that? Just a sign. Gazebo. This side, I believe.
Attention all citizens. The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
I very much doubt these would be part of it, but signs, but you never know. Okay,
Good to
so
see
we'll
you,
try
1K.
this. Hi, dude. Garrus, nice to meet you, mate. Tablets of the founder. Now, anything in here? Okay. Create 1,000 citizens, the ideal number of humans. Live in harmony with nature, maintain balance in all things. Be respectful towards each other, respect the traditions of our people. Be mindful of mistakes of our ancestors. Be thankful for the progenitor Alexandra Drennan. Be thankful to the keeper of our memories. Keep the bright memory of Gehenna and its people who found. Does that say pace? Oh, peace, what's it say? Right, okay. So it's kind of like the laws or rules. What's around here? So we did that. Just check out all these little areas. Monuments. Next cat. Nicest cat. Half demon. Rugru. All these cat pictures, okay. It's the cat. Basemundo. cats. And another cat. Sausage. Just trying to explore everything. This could be part of it. Sorry for you cat lovers out there. I am skipping through a bit quickly. So I don't know if this is part of it, but it could well be. Yeah, definitely been through them. Okay, so that's all of those. Machines, monument. No, nothing to do with the monument. Okay. Milton's Rest. Milton was one of the cats in that. Right, okay, so we've looked at that. Now, this is the museum complex bit. There's another area here, which we may have looked at. We went across here.
Good to see you, 1K.
And you, where you are. Ah. Okay. Definitely looked at these last time. I don't know if you have to do it all at once, so we'll look at these as well. It's a book. A fork. Microscope. So we did go over there, right. You see this bit? So it's a bit more central. I think we definitely went in there. Okay, and then we end up the wrong side of it all, so we'll go back this way. I don't want to get caught up in the mission just yet. I see that. Would that be something? Get up there. Easily. So we went there. We didn't check this out, did we? Group exhibition. Okay. And there we are. There's the achievement. Beautiful. Hey, talk to Niam.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways. Do you think Byron will be all right?
Oh yeah, Byron. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, Byron got taken by Pandora, I believe, and is now stuck in the mega structure. So I don't know. His mind was stuck in a data stream overload. If we find him, he'll be fine.
That sounds dangerous. Make sure you find him and pull him out. He is a menace, but we need him. But anyway, you've come to take a well-deserved break from your expedition. So let's talk about something else.
What is Gehenna?
Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own.
What happened to the people of Gehenna?
In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us.
Why text adventures?
Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive.
How do you see the role of the artist in society?
I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
Thanks, that is all. So I don't know if we can actually still do these, but those text adventures we did attempt. I thought it might be achievement when we were first here. We did complete it as such, but it wasn't an achievement unless had to be very specific in what you had to do. Might have been a secret. Okay, so let's see what these protesters. Damien.
Welcome back, 1K. Thanks again for signing that petition. Unfortunately, as you can see, it wasn't enough.
What's going on?
Yesterday, there was a sudden brownout in the grid, and we almost had a derailment. We've been warning the mayor for months, and all he ever gives us is waffle about the goal. This can't go on.
Somewhere in the middle of these. Necessarily disagree. Review your methods are wrong.
What else can we do at this point? You know that we tried to get a referendum organized, but the mayor wouldn't even consider it, no matter how many signatures we collected.
Did you hear a Talos speech?
I heard it 15 times when he was practicing it. I think Atal, like many of us, feels that the time for change is long overdue. The technology you uncovered on the island is the final catalyst for that change, or it should be.
I should go. Some here as well. Oh, Shulia. This should be another achievement, I think.
Oh, wow. It's you. You're 1K. The incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life?
Well, hold on. One question at a time.
Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course.
Provided all signature. Sorry, I'm just an all citizen. Get away from me, you freak. Provide the signature, why not?
Yes! Thank you! Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise.
Go ahead.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we use to build living quarters. Got good at it, too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the Founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
Helga is right. You should find something that makes you happy. Mayor Herman is right. You should find whatever the city needs the most. Cornelius is right. You need to figure out what your connection to the city is. Did you ask Byron? Did you ask Byron?
Byron said that if I give the city what it needs, the city should also give me what I need. I don't know what to do with that.
Sounds right to me. Byron is right.
All right, if you say so. I'll think about it.
Hey, still an achievement. Wasn't sure if that was actually going to work. Nice. Okay, let's talk to Helga.
1K, what can I do for you?
Majestic dashing hamsters. What? Might as well say that.
You remembered the code phrase.
Ah.
Oh, it is fun, isn't it? All this adventure and discovery and subterfuge. Here, let me top up your credit balance for you. It's the least I can do. Ka-ching! 1,000 credits. You're rich. Spiritually, anyway. Don't go spending it all at once. Now, what can I get you?
Go and spend it all at once, in a piece.
Whoa. Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits.
You just gave me 1,000 credits.
Gosh, I completely forgot. Well, did being rich bring you inner peace?
No.
Oh, that usually does a trick. What about before? Did you feel inner peace before I made you rich?
I did not.
The fact that you're trying to buy inner peace tells me you're still looking for solutions outside of yourself. What helps me is letting go of the idea that what makes me happy is facts about the world. Sure, it helps when things go well, but if you depend on those things, you will have nothing left when they're gone. If you can learn to trust yourself, you can learn to trust the world.
Interesting. Ah, I get it now, thank you. But how? This is easier said than done.
I know. I wish the how was a fact we could learn from a book. But it's a practice. I can use words to tell you how to ride a bike, but the only way you learn is by doing it.
I still don't buy this.
Put it this way. One of the worst things that can happen is death. But if we spent our lives trying to avoid it, we'd only waste the time we have trying to control something we can't. The answer isn't to avoid death any more than the answer is to get rich. The answer is to practice finding joy where you can. You can't do it all the time. Bad things happen. Sometimes a lot, all at once. But practice finding joy, and more joy will find you.
No, you don't understand.
I'm sorry. I know these words don't help you. But here's something that might. Let's practice finding the joy right here, right now. Go on, give it to me. Have some fun.
You're a sanctimonious imbecile. Utterly privileged, you've forgotten how to talk to real people. You hear picket. Try taking your own advice before you lecture others. Like my shiny metal upper rear thigh chassis. You're a charlatan. Bite my shiny upper metal thigh chassis.
Ouch! Did that feel good?
I think it's an achievement to argue with her. She's hard to argue with. Oh, Thesia. Wrong person. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to argue with Helga. Fine. It felt bad to be bad.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you, 1K. We all have different ways of finding joy in our lives. I hope you're able to find yours. For what it's worth, I don't usually do it, but I'm refunding your credits. So, something else perhaps.
Future prediction.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Read my future.
Let me consult the algorithms. I see cats. A lot of cats. They're everywhere. No. Oh no. They're climbing on me. It's some kind of cathedral to cats. A dark and evil place filled with misery and twine. I wish I could tell you how to avoid this fate. Sadly, you're bound to go there. So, something else perhaps.
I've already been there. Another future prediction.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Read my future.
Let me consult the algorithms. That's odd. I see some kind of infinite loop. Every time from now on that you ask me to predict the future, I am bound to tell you exactly what I'm telling you now. This happens sometimes. I'm afraid it means I've reached the limit of my precognitive capacities. So, something else perhaps.
Future predictions.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Read my future.
Let me consult the algorithms. That's odd. I see some kind of infinite loop. Every time from now on that you ask me to predict the future, I am bound to tell you exactly what I'm telling you now. This happens sometimes. I'm afraid it means I've reached the limit of my precognitive capacities. So, something else perhaps.
Right, we'll do it one more time. You never know.
For
Might be a
20
secret.
credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Read my future.
Let me consult the algorithms. That's odd. I see some kind of infinite loop. Every time from now on that you ask me to predict the future, I am bound to tell you exactly what I'm telling you now. This happens sometimes. I'm afraid it means I've reached the limit of my precognitive capacities. So, something else perhaps.
Thanks, that's all.
Please come back if you need anything else.
You've got to do that 5 or 10 times for an achievement. It's just silly, so it's worth a try. Okay, right, so we've,
Hello.
both achievements in this area. Let's go and see Cornelius.
Oh, 1K. What are you doing here?
I'm looking for Cornelius.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition? I must admit I haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately.
Cornelius seems to have been at the megastructure with Athena.
Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron.
Where is he now?
That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about something, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished.
Any idea where he might have gone?
No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past.
Did you check his house?
I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere in the city at all.
Can I access his terminal?
I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then it is just his work terminal, right?
That's all.
Good luck with everything, 1K.
Investigate the terminal. Oh, this is a terminal. Okay. Have a look. Okay, notes. Notes. Application inaccessible, deliberate, unclear. User profile, yes. Gold puzzles as barrier, yes. Hidden as self-protection, likely. External help for upload, yes. Ask Herman, no. Trust 1K, undecided. Interesting. Applicable to Calvin, no. Applicable to Sabaya with Noema, yes. Okay. Schematics.
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
Part to the megastructure again. Okay. There we go. New Jerusalem, second visit. Who's this? Atal.
Nice to meet you, 1K. My name is Atal. I've been following your expedition. As you can tell, your discoveries have had quite the impact.
I heard your speech.
I decided to take a stand. It started with our cats. Damien and I have had a lot of them over the decades, and I've watched every last one of them grow old and die. And that got me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms. What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain, and in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K. Horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better.
I'll have to think about this. I'm in complete agreement. So you mean we re-engineer the whole planet? What exactly is our ethical duty in all this?
If suffering is evil, and it is, then our responsibility is to lessen it. Not only in ourselves, but everywhere. I don't think we can eliminate it, but we can lessen it, and we have to.
You're right, it's our responsibility to lessen the amount of suffering. Would you say this is our purpose?
In a way, yes. I don't think it's our exclusive purpose, but it's a role that falls to any sentient species capable of developing science and technology.
think it's a role we should embrace.
Do that. It's more than most people do. But that might be changing.
See, I told you it was Athena who sent Prometheus.
How do you know it was Athena?
Because she's the one who built the giant pyramid.
Sure, but how do you know it wasn't Cornelius who sent Prometheus?
Because Cornelius was here?
And where did Prometheus appear?
Come on.
How do you know it wasn't Miranda? Maybe she got bored of waiting.
I don't buy it. I think Athena is testing us.
Why would she test us?
To see if we can use those new technologies, like the body replication.
If those new technologies are such a big deal, why is she putting them in puzzles?
Because play is how we learn.
Maybe she's trying to tell us the opposite. That it's all just childish stuff that doesn't really matter.
The last power failure almost caused a derailment. It all matters.
You're starting to sound like Byron. You saw how that turned out.
They'll find him.
Sure.
Oh, we'll find him, alright?
Hi.
Bye. There we go. So that is Jerusalem and visit number 2 completed. Alright, let's get back to the
We must listen
VTOL.
to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be rejected.
Can't give him a few credits or anything. Okay, let's talk to Malduk. Listen to the ancient writers. We must be humble.
You are the Founder's chosen, but you are in grave danger of going astray. Heed my words, 1K. If you fail this trial, a year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
And you know this how? Tell me more. Tell me more.
The truth is written in the books of our ancestors. In every one of them, the same story is told, again and again, that the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief. That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw. Listen to their warnings. Seek happiness in tranquility and avoid ambition.
I don't think all ancient writers believe that. They were only strands of thought. This can easily become self-fulfilling prophecy. You can no longer imagine a better future. You cannot build one. Yes, there must be a reason the ancient... Yeah.
The very idea of a better future is what's rotten. That is what the ancients were trying to tell us. All the problems of the world come from those who think the world needs to be improved.
You, sir, are a moron of the highest order. Perhaps you're right, I'll think about it. So we shouldn't even try.
Yes, progress is a fantasy. Things never truly change. All we can do is prevent our hubris from making things worse.
It's a mystic view, but technically it's true in its own way. Okay, New Jerusalem is done. Let's get back to the megastructure. So I wonder if what he said there was actually true as well. If the decisions we make either destroy or progress New Jerusalem as the story goes on. That would be interesting to find out. think any of these doors are going to work, but we'll check them. Sure, there's another way somewhere.
1K, could you join us for a quick debrief?
Yeah, I swear there was a way, another route somewhere, but last time. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, let's have a debrief.
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes, well. While the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
May not be safe, but we can't leave Byron behind. Byron took risks. We'll be more careful. The island has technology we can't afford to ignore. We're hot on the Founder's Hill, so we must keep searching. Beyond is one big puzzle that's halfway solved. We can't quit now. So that's then personal. That's blaming Byron. That's for everybody. So the island has technology we can't afford to ignore.
Exactly. Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
We should trust ourselves to make good of this opportunity. We should beware the fate of those who will power beyond the reckoning. We have more important matters to discuss. Okay, we should trust ourselves to make good of this opportunity.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
Ow, why?
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial data suggests it was a prototype with substantial design flaws. But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
Destroy it. I would share it with the people. I would let the government decide. I would let the scholars investigate. I would keep an open mind. I would use it myself. Then see how I feel. Scholars investigate, government. Need someone. I'd agree with that. I would share it with the people. They wouldn't understand. Destroying it's no good. I would use it myself. It just seems a little bit. Okay, I would keep an open mind.
No! This is much too important to decide on a whim.
But it's so much more fun when we're kept in suspense. You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there. 1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
That's what you need. Different opinions, and then you can work together. Right. Okay, there we go. New Jerusalem. Oh, who are we going to speak to here? Who's this? A Manubis.
What can I do for you, 1K?
We have to rescue Byron. What do you think about the technologies we've discovered?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost.
We have to rescue Byron.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
I have to go.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Byron to save New Jerusalem is what we need. Right. Okay. Here we go. Into the VTOL.
What did the mayor say?
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
I thought so.
Melville, are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
Okay. Going in the structure. Towers. Okay, so I think we've got to go to the next area. One source told me it's been alarming to see people suddenly falling for this utopian foolishness. I think someone's behind it somewhere along the line. But this playthrough, I'm back in Byron. Okay. One, it's an achievement, and two, I know most about him really than anybody else. And there we go, to the next area potentially. So there it is, back at the transit line. Once again, thank you so much for watching the video. We are around about halfway through now, halfway around the island. We've still got the golden puzzles to do, which we are unlocking as we go along. I think we have to do them at the end, and hopefully we can rescue Byron. So that's the aim of the game, to try and rescue Byron and yeah, complete the rest of this game. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Remember, we've got this, but for now, laters.